Welcome, welcome. This is going to be a fun episode. What are you doing, Carla? I love it.
I was trying to do it quietly
Ah,
when you told me to lower my
cute.
screen.
That
So
is
now,
cute. For those of you who aren't watching, she just put on a headband that has reindeer antlers and red and green flashing lights and cute little ears. You're adorable.
and it's way too small, so it's not going to stay on, but Merry Christmas,
That's so
a month
cute.
early.
Look at you making it fun already, and we hadn't even got started.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a fun episode because we're talking about our favorite things, and this time in light of the holiday season and what we think would probably also be great gifts for other people. So it's going to be a little bit of a show and tell episode, at least on my part, because I have things to show you. But before we get started in that, the reindeer girl was Carla Moore. She lives in Dripping Springs, Texas, and I'm Kathy Pollard in Bowling Green, and we host this podcast every week just hoping to encourage everybody who's listening in to keep looking up no matter what's going on in the world, keep our eyes on heaven, not get caught up in things of the earth, and hopefully be a source of encouragement. So thank you for joining us and listening. We appreciate it so much. um, do us a quick favor, if you don't mind, if you haven't already, subscribe or follow or whatever avenue you're enjoying this podcast, and share and comment and like and all those things. We don't monetize this channel, but it does help us get the word out. It does give us more visibility so that more ladies can join us. And speaking of ladies joining us, I'll go ahead and say, if you haven't already, check out on Facebook our Looking Up group. It's Looking Up with Kathy and Carla. It's such a great group of women, like-minded Christian women. We share extras in that group. We interact and chat and all the fun things. So, all right, Carla, what's been up with you?
Probably things you don't really want to know about.
Because you've had the pukes.
Well, without going too far, I didn't actually have the pukes, but yeah, we were under the weather this weekend. We went and saw our grandkids. We left on Thursday morning and went up to North Texas. It was Nolan and Darcy's birthday. Well, it was Darcy's birthday. Nolan's in a couple weeks. And so Jake and Liz had a little party for him, and we went up. And I think that the entire population of North Texas was throwing up, and we picked it up. Jake and Liz had already had it, and they were already done with it, and but yet there were others around them, and I don't
Mm.
know. It's just one of those things that happens in life, and
Ugh, it's the worst.
it is. There's nothing you can do about it. John had it way, 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 way worse than I did.
Mm.
And it's one of those things that we will probably, I don't know if we'll ever laugh about it, but we will talk about it for the rest of our life because he didn't start feeling bad until we started heading home on Saturday. But about, I don't know, 20 minutes into the drive through Plano and Dallas, which is never an easy
No.
thing,
Mm-mm.
I could tell he was not feeling well. And I didn't want to say anything as I didn't want to make it worse for him. But oh, it was bad. And so eventually he pulled over, but even the exit that he picked to pull over so that I could drive, they had it all blocked off. And it took like four changes of the light before we could get up to the gas station to get out. And
Oh,
then,
no.
that truck, our truck, it's just big and bouncy. And he tends to be motion sick anyway. So nauseated on
Perfect
top
storm.
of
Oh,
motion sick.
yeah.
Oh, I
Mm.
felt so bad for him. At one point too, I pulled off and he walked around for a little bit, just trying to get some fresh air. And I moved everything out of the back seat into the bed of the truck. And so he could lay down in the back seat. And then we took off. And I don't know, probably 30 miles down the road, somebody honked at me and they made this motion. And I realized I had never shut the bed of the truck. Both of our
Oh,
suitcases, John's backpack with his computer,
no. Oh, yikes.
two pairs of shoes, of his shoes, they were all still there. They hadn't even
Mm.
moved. And I mean, we've been driving 75 miles an hour for 30 minutes. So I was so glad that that didn't happen. But anyway, We got home. That was Saturday. Sunday was not a fun day, especially for John. Mine never really was too bad. It really was very mild. And I tend to be a little more well, I don't know. We're both usually pretty resistant to that. But I feel
Mhm.
like, and you and I've talked about this, when you've got kids, you go through that, you grow some immunity to it, but then
Mhm.
there's this 20-year period, and then you have grandkids, and then here it comes again. So
That's
we're
right.
gaining our immunity again.
Oh, got to
But
build it
we
back
had
up.
Zofran, we had the anti-nausea stuff that helps, and it didn't help a
Mm.
whole lot. But
So
anyway,
John had the pukes.
he didn't actually ever throw up. It's probably
Oh,
more information than anybody wants to know. I think he really, really wanted to, and he doesn't fight
yeah.
it like I do. I fight it,
Mhm.
but but it was bad. I mean, he was super nauseated for like 24 hours. And
Ugh.
anyway, I'll just leave it there.
Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, well, I will pray that y'all do not. I was glad it was done before the holidays because,
Get it out of the way.
get it out of the way. Because
Mhm.
usually once you've had it one time per season is usually what happens. So done.
All of our kids and their kids have been passing around and sharing cold and flu-like symptoms. So we've been extra vigilant with hand washing and
Yeah.
all those precautionary building up. I've been diffusing oils for boosting my immunity and all that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. Everything I can do, I'm doing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing
yeah.
the same.
Hmm.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, since the last time we talked, Neil and the boys did go on their trip to the
Mhm.
Georgia Bulldog game, and from all reports, it was the most perfect trip ever. They had a blast in Dale's big old custom van, playing their instruments and hanging out and eating snacks, and the weather was perfect. Their B&B was great. The Bulldogs won, so they just had a great trip. So I'm really thrilled
Right.
for them. And then the girls came over here. Chelsea and Atlas didn't because they weren't feeling so hot. But the girls came over. We had pizza rolls. I always think of you when I make pizza rolls. And we made natural cleaning products. I've been wanting to do this with them forever, and we finally did it. And so put together this little basket. Uh, and so we
Which,
made ugh, all-purpose cleaner.
mhm.
And we made natural disinfectant spray, which will come in handy this time of year.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe I should just gargle with it. I
Uh,
don't know. And we made glass and mirror cleaner. Janelle made these
wow.
labels. Theirs are prettier because theirs are glass bottles. I was
Mhm.
really envisioning everybody having like those amber glass bottles or clear glass bottles, and I couldn't find them. I should have ordered them online ahead of time, but I didn't. I was shopping that weekend. So I went to Hobby Lobby and Walmart and bought everything Hobby Lobby had, and it was only a few of them. So the girls are glass and mine are just these plastic bottles. And then
What
we
else?
made carpet deodorizer. So you
Huh.
sprinkle this on your rugs and things like that before you vacuum. So it
Are
was,
you, are you going to share what all you put in those? Like
yeah,
what
I
all
can do that.
ingredients?
I can definitely do that. It's really easy, but I've been wanting to do that for a while. And we started talking about how that'd be fun to do just as like a party or to get together with ladies,
Yeah.
meet at somebody's house, have all the supplies, and then you can just do them all at one time and everybody
Mhm.
go home with their natural cleaning things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm curious about natural laundry detergent because I've seen people make that
hmm
and that it's concentrated and lasts longer. So hope you'll
hmm
share all that.
Yeah, sure, sure. That was Friday. I can't remember what happened on Saturday. That's what I get for scratching things out of my list.
Must have been very
Oh, I
memorable.
know what it was. We went to Russell and Dana Simpson's 50th anniversary party.
Yeah, I saw
So
pictures of that.
congratulations to them for 50 years. And they do not look like they should have been married for 50 years.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we've mentioned this before, but in my mind, they should look a lot older than they do.
Mhm.
And they just don't. They don't act it. They don't look it. So
Must have been 10 when they got married.
pretty much, yeah. But they have such a good relationship. And again, just wonderful examples. So grateful for them and their example for all of us. We had our first snow on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Is
So
it,
it
I guess it's already
snowed.
gone?
It is. It's already gone. It was only about an inch by the end of the day, but it snowed all day. It was that really pretty kind, came down. So
Is that early?
it feels like it. Feels like it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was
November.
Monday. And then last night we had another baptism,
Wow.
which was one of our members' coworkers, a young man, and has been staying with his coworker. So that's really exciting to
Mm,
see their heart for evangelism and soul winning. And then we went to a basketball game at FCA last night. So it's been like a fun, eventful kind of time since the last time I talked to you.
yeah. Well, ours has not been fun. Sorry.
No, it hasn't. Sorry.
We did have Sunday and Monday quiet days at home, and that doesn't happen super often. So,
Mhm.
we hated missing Sunday, but just the quiet. And at first I thought I was going to go without him, but then I was a little afraid to leave him. I didn't want him to get dehydrated. And then I thought, if I've got this brewing, I didn't want to share it with anyone. So I ended up staying home on Sunday and Monday. So, but we're all better now, much on the mend, but I don't
Yeah.
have anything.
And
Well,
you built
I
your
mean,
immune system up and you'll be good to go.
yeah. And the party, it was cute. They I think I have told before on the podcast that they bought some acreage with some friends and they're working on their house situation. But they put a bouncy house in the front yard and moved their outdoor furniture and had some balloons, and it's simple, but all their little friends are running around and scootering everywhere and riding the little bikes and things. So it was
Sounds
fun.
ideal.
Enjoyed
Mhm.
being with them. We don't get to see them very often.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How's your
Well,
mom doing this week?
he's doing okay. I
Good.
didn't see her very much because I didn't go over there, obviously,
You didn't
on.
want to give her the cooties.
No, I mean, I could have. I'll
Yeah.
tell her, if you're not nice to me, I'll bring you the cooties, but she's doing okay.
She's always nice.
Yeah, she is. You heard it here, Mom. Kathy says you're always nice, so you have to
Right.
always
That's
be
right.
nice with me.
Oh, I did get to babysit Rich and Amara and Jed yesterday while Emily went to the dentist. So I had them for a couple hours, and it's a fun time of year for that because it's a little cool, but not too cold to be outside. And it
Yeah.
had stopped snowing, the sun was out. So they're out there, like tromping around in the leaves, crunching under them. They were trying to find leaves that had snow on them.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
it'll make a crunchy noise.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fun. I'm glad you got to keep them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't have
Anything else you
anything
want to chat about
exciting.
before? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be sharing our favorite things, and we'll have a little bit of a little surprise bonus at the end, I think. So stay tuned. Don't give up on us. Do you want to go first?
I can.
Okay.
So forgive the wrinkledness of this, but I had to go digging through John's closet. This is something I gave him a couple years ago. It's from a website called historytees.com. It's
Mhm.
HISTORYTEES, historytees.com. But this is it's Martin Luther, and it
Nailed it.
says nailed it. And then the bottom says Martin Luther nailed it at Wittenberg, Germany, 1517. So it's just a pun about how he nailed the
Hmm.
pieces to the wall. And but I have another one. The one that I really wanted to show, it says English is important, but history is importanter, because he's big about history. Anyway, the website historytees.com, it's fun to just browse through it. Although there are some things that are not very nice on there, so use caution, but it's just a bunch of puns about history. So if you have someone on your list that enjoys history and humor, I think it would be a fun, they have sales. You can buy two for $40 or whatever. But historytees.com. Find
That's
something for
cute. I
your,
do have quite a few family members that would appreciate that.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know that there's other like people that like math puns. I have a friend, Melissa Lovelace, that always, every time I see her, has a different t-shirt that has a math pun or a chemistry pun. She likes those kinds of things. So
I
it's
ordered some
a
cute ones,
t-shirt.
but I can't share them because they're gifts for this year for people who
Hmm.
actually listen. So
Oh, okay.
on the other side of things, maybe I'll remember.
Yeah. Well, that's my
That's a
first
good
one.
one. All right, so none of mine are, I shouldn't say this because we want people to keep listening, but none of mine are like they're just small, simple things. And so I'm gonna start with the smallest and simplest.
Okay.
For all
I
of you
like small and
puzzle
simple.
people, for all of you puzzle people, we've talked about puzzles on here a few times. Well, it's this brand. This brand is called Wonder Forge.
Okay.
And I like these kinds of puzzles because they're busy.
Hmm.
So, and they're cheap. Puzzles can get kind of expensive. And there's a brand, is it Ravenburger or Ravensburg,
Hmm.
something like
Yeah.
that I love, but it's pretty pricey unless you find them on sale. Well, this one is always cheap. And the first one I ever did was during Prime Days. One of them got down to $4. And I liked the picture, so I thought I would try it. Well, Neil, when we finished it, Neil said, that's my favorite one that we've ever done. So then I went back to this brand, and they're all like $10, maybe eight. I mean, $8 to $10. They're really not expensive at all. And I ordered another one. And when we finished it, and we've done puzzles in between, Neil said, that's my favorite puzzle I've ever done. And I said, you said that about the last one. And he liked it so much that he went online as soon as we finished and ordered this exact puzzle
Yeah.
that will start next. So, and as everyone who listens knows, he wasn't even ever a puzzle guy. He
Hmm.
just did that for me, but now he enjoys it too. So, if you do enjoy puzzles or like to give them as gifts, this is a good brand and they're bright, colorful, but very inexpensive. Wonder
And a
Forge.
little bit easier, I would think, because of the pattern. You can
Yes,
together a
that's what I
little
like
easier.
about it. I mean, when you have pictures that are beautiful, but there's like a great big blue sky and a great big blue ocean, that's really hard. So I like the ones that are really busy like this because it's m much easier.
Yeah. Well, I worked on our puzzle that's still on the dining room table, and it's funny you say that about sky because I'm down to the sky,
Hmm.
and I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. My friend Michelle Massey, she bought the same puzzle last year at the same time, and I sent her a picture of where I was, and she said, "Yeah, that's exactly where I was last year when I boxed it back up and put it back in the closet because she couldn't finish it.
It gave
But now
up.
I have to finish it."
We're doing one right now that Robert and Stacy Warren let us borrow because it's Rocky Mountain National Park,
Mhm.
and which of course Neil loves. And so it's a mountain scene and it's got a fox in it and a bear. It's got some things like that, but it also has a big sky and a big mountain. And a lot of the colors in the sky are the same colors in the mountain, so
Mhm.
it's a little slower going. It's a great picture, but it's a little slower going for those
Yeah,
reasons.
I have separated the sky into pieces that look like they have a little bit of cloud in them. So the puzzle sorter, that's going to be part of
Mhm.
my
Yeah, for sure. That's what
idea.
we're using.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So my next one, let's see, which one do I want to do next? I like these little things. So it's just a little, it's
Okay.
called a cocotte. Have you not ever had one of these?
No.
So I looked up how to say Le Creuset.
A brand.
The brand, they have these, and
How
it's just called a
adorable.
mini cocotte. And this one I think is probably about this is 6 ounces. This actually came from HEB and they had all different colors. So the ones from Le Creuset are like $20, but they have the most beautiful colors. And I
What do
just
you do
think
with it?
so I for a long time I kept bacon grease in it
Mm.
because I would keep bacon grease. I didn't throw it away.
Mhm.
And then there have been times I'll put butter in it. When we have company, I'll just put pats of butter in there. You can
Ah.
keep salt in here, like make it a salt cellar.
Mhm.
Toppings, if you have 3 or 4 different colors, especially like a taco bar, you can put bacon bits or sour cream or cheese or whatever, chives. You can make if you have more than one, which I think it would be a fun gift if you got like four different colors or four of the same color. You could do those appetizers or those, they're actually more than an appetizer, but with the puff pastry or French onion soup, you can, they actually make bigger size too. So you could use them for soup, servings of soup. You can find these lots of different places, but I've seen them at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. But
Oh,
I'm surprised you don't have one of these because this is something that I can see
I've
you.
never seen that. That's adorable.
Yeah, they're really cute. So,
Well, next time Neil and Hiram come down there, you remind them that it
okay.
is ready to be.
All right. Sounds good.
That's adorable. Good one. All right, so my next one is for the girls on your list, on your shopping list. It is Kristen S. And Kristen is KRISTINESS. Kristen S. Ultra Hydrating Curl Leave-In Cream. And this is alcohol free, paraben free, cruelty, all the things. But it is moisture replenishing. Moisture replenishing, frizz fighting, strand softening, humidity shielding, and for medium to coarse curl types. Now, I don't really have curly hair. I mean, it's wavy more than anything, but I do air dry my hair all the time now because I'm just trying to protect it and help it grow and stuff like that. Well, I ran across this by accident when we were in Alaska. One of the Airbnbs that we stayed in was really, really nice, and this was on the bathroom counter.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, don't mind if I do. And you just spray it in your hair when it's damp, and comb it through and style as usual and stuff like that. Well, when I sprayed it, I loved the smell. I mean, I love things that smell good. That's a big, big thing for me. And I loved the smell. It's slightly spicy, almost like I don't know how to describe it. But so I ended up looking it up and ordering some for myself. But I wanted to be able to describe the scent to you, so I went to I mean, I got mine on Amazon, but I went to their official website, and it's also not expensive. The stuff that's in it is jasmine, vanilla, sandalwood, and blonde tobacco. So I think whatever that blonde tobacco is what's giving it that kind of spicy, like under scent or whatever. But I love this fragrance combination and the way it makes my hair feel. So Kristen S. Ultra Hydrating Curl Leave-In Cream.
I know Courtney likes that brand of hair products. And I've seen some of that, maybe not that particular product, but I've seen Kristen S things at TJ Maxx in their
Oh,
hair
okay.
section. So might check there.
Hmm.
Okay. I know that this is probably, in fact, I know it's been a gift suggestion before, but I like to do things that people would use but probably wouldn't spend the money on.
Hmm.
Like my kids, there's things because I know I do this. I need that, but I don't want to spend the money on it. It's the fire blanket or the choke. It's called a anti-choke airway assist device. And they'll have sales on these. Like this, I think was a 4-pack on Amazon. And so I just broke it up. I kept one and put one in each of our kids' packages last year, the year before. And it's a blanket that if something catches on fire on your stove, you unfold the blanket and just toss it on top of the fire. And the choke thing, I mean, I've heard of multiple people using these, and it just
Hmm.
scares me when I see the kids. And all of our kids have done that. They gag or cough, whatever. And this one has different sizes that fit over adults' mouths and noses and children's as well. So I just think it's something that everybody should have in their house, but usually you're like, oh, I'll get one of those later. So as a gift, it's something that's useful and thoughtful and necessary. Hopefully not really necessary, but
Right.
it makes me feel better to have both of these items in my house and it makes me feel better that my kids all have them in their houses too.
Yeah,
So
that's a really good idea. Janelle keeps one of those choke things in her diaper bag. Well,
yeah.
it's not really a diaper bag. It's a cute little backpack looking thing.
Diaper
Everything's
bags
so much
are
cuter.
not. I know. I
Everything's
mean,
so much cuter these days.
mine were like Winnie the Pooh and little balloons and baby
Looks like a
looking.
diaper bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now they look really nice and
Yeah.
sleek and
All of our daughters-in-laws have really cute, chic looking things for their diaper bags. And,
yeah.
maternity clothes looked like maternity clothes when I was pregnant, and now they're just cute.
Yep.
Okay. My next one, I think I've talked about this on here, but I've never showed it on here. Um, it's called a lifestyle, the brand is Lifestyle Art Craft Organizer by, I don't know how to pronounce the word. It looks like Cree House, but it's spelled Creahaus. Cray House? House? Cray
Um,
House? But anyway, I think I did share the story on here about how I had like one of those vanity tables, but when we moved upstairs, I didn't want it up there. So I gave it away and I was looking for a caboodle. Remember caboodles back in the day?
yes.
And they still
Uh-huh.
make them. But when I was looking at all of them, they're kind of small and there's only one shelf. And so I came across this thing right here and it comes in different colors. I just got the white with the clear top, but I'll try
Mm-hmm.
and show you. It is just the right size and it keeps everything all nice and organized and it has all these different shelves plus the big, can you see that?
Oh,
The big
yeah. That's
bottom.
awesome.
So like this little slot back here is where I keep all my brushes.
Mm-hmm.
And then this top shelf is where I keep stuff I use on the daily.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very minimal makeup routine. So it's my tinted moisturizer and some mascara and blush, so all that. And then everything else is if I choose to wear eyeshadows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Eyeliners, mascaras, lipsticks, and down here in the bottom is where I have like extra moisturizers or setting sprays or a clip to hold my hair back or, the makeup sponge, under eye brightener, all that kind of stuff. Oh, and you remember when you told us about the nose trimmer? I keep
Yeah.
that in there too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love this thing. I just keep it in our bathroom closet and pull it out, and it's the greatest. So it's way better than a caboodle, and I think it would make
Yeah.
an awesome gift.
It looks very clean and sleek.
Yes. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about, I saw something in there and now I forgot. Maybe it was the tinted moisturizer. I bought some of that. Do you even put that on your eyelids?
If I'm not wearing anything else, I do. But if I'm gonna wear eyeshadow or eyeliner, I don't.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to experiment with it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Okay. My next one, and I have these, but I could not find a single one to show. So it's not show and tell. But one of the things that I put in the boy stockings last year that I'm pretty sure that they liked a lot was an air tag. And they come in 4 packs and
Mhm.
probably even more than that. But if you use Apple products,
Mhm.
an air tag will help you keep track of your purse or your suitcase, or John even has a wallet that has a spot where you can slide an air tag and he can keep track of where it is because he does tend to have a little trouble keeping up with his wallet. But right now I know they're on sale. It's like four for $80. So about $20 each. They're not cheap, but they're for what they do.
Mhm.
I think they're valuable. We keep one in our suitcases when we travel. So I know that um, like Delta, when you check your suitcase, it will tell you if it's on the plane or whatever, but sometimes they don't, and I want to know where it is, and it keeps track. So not only that, you can use them. They make all kinds of little holders. In fact, um, I don't have one right here, but on a keychain, you can attach it to your keychain. There's ways you can attach them to your children and keep track of your kids. So, I mean, I've found all different uses for them. So air tags, I think, are a good gift idea, especially, I don't know, it's not just for guys, but I tend to think of them for guys because the guys are harder for me to buy for. So
Mhm.
an air tag, that's my idea. My next
That's a
idea.
great idea. Great idea. My next one is a little bit different. It's actually an essential oil blend. I've talked about Revive on here before. That's the company that I love for essential oils because they are therapeutic grade, but they're not as expensive because they don't have representatives, things like that. But anyway, so they've got this blend out called Road Trip.
Okay.
And this thing goes out of stock because it is that wildly adored. And it smells amazing. I mean, really do picture like your best road trip with the windows down on a perfect day. I mean, it absolutely smells amazing. And it's a blend of grapefruit, bergamot, sandalwood, lavender, vanilla, magnolia, nova mandarin, and lemon spatafora, which I don't even know what that means. But the blend itself is supposed to bring comfort and calm, but you can diffuse it in your home or your kitchen or your office, in a classroom, in your car, just what you can wear it, like they have diffuser bracelets and things like
Mhm.
that. You can do stuff like that. But it just smells, I finally got a hold of some and it smells so good. It does live up to the hype. So I thought it would be a cute gift to get something like this with a little diffuser.
Yeah.
Because diffusers, it seems like they used to be a little bit pricey, but now they're not. You can find all types and styles, and they're not expensive at all. But it smells good straight out of the bottle, but it smells even way better diffused. So if you were to smell it straight out of the bottle, and you might go, okay, what am I smelling? But if you diffuse it, it's amazing. It just puts you in
I
a good
do.
mood.
I do not have a diffuser. That's a confession.
You need a diffuser,
I need
Carla.
a diffuser,
You need a
yes. And
diffuser.
because I like things to smell good.
Yeah, so that'd be a good combo gift. Road trip, essential oil, and a diffuser. And like with the puzzle that I showed, get that cheap puzzle, which means you can afford to throw in a puzzle organizer set with it.
I like that. Okay, my next one,
Oh, it's on sale right now too, by the way.
and you don't have to have a membership
No,
to Revive.
no,
Yeah,
and it's
or
always free shipping, so that's grand also, but it is on sale right now. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, I already wrote that down to remember. Okay, my next one is a coffee lover's gift basket. And I have some other gift basket ideas, but there's lots of different things that you can put in a coffee gift basket. This, I didn't have the box. This is called, it's by the brand OXO, and I don't know if
Mhm.
it's OXO or OXO, but if you do pour overs, which, everybody that does a pour over knows what this is. It's like a V60, it's just you put a filter in it and you pour the hot water over into your cup. But this little thing, you set it on top and you don't have to stand there and pour a little bit at a time. There's holes in the bottom of it, and mine are, you can see, I've used it for a long time. So say you need 320 grams of water, you don't have to stand and watch your scale while you're pouring the water in. You just pour it all in this. And then because of the little holes in the bottom, it gradually releases that water and gives it the same effect as a pour over. So I would put this, and maybe depending on how much money you have to spend, a little grinder. And this was
Mhm.
a rechargeable grinder, and it's a burr grinder, which means it's a little bit more expensive. But I really like this one, a burr grinder. And, throw in a box of filters and maybe just a fun bag of coffee. So depending on what you wanted to spend, you can also do a little Chemex brewer if people like those kind of things. But just a coffee gift basket for, I think there's a lot of people out there that love coffee.
Great
And
idea.
those kinds of things, you can spend as little or as much as you like. And if you wanted to put it in a box, one of those boxes from Home Goods that has the lid, prop it open with some little grass and stuff in it. Who wouldn't, if you like coffee, who wouldn't want to get a box like that?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'd love to get that.
Okay.
All right, so my next one is amber jars. See these little cute little amber
Oh,
jars
that's pretty.
with beeswax candles in them.
Mhm.
And so I got this idea from, I watched this YouTube channel called Acre Homestead. This lady named Becky is a gardener and cook, and she's got an amazing basement pantry and I really learn a lot from her and love her channel. So, but when she hosts a lot, and one of her decorating things that she always does is she has this exact comes in set of six, I think, six or eight, I can't remember, of these amber glass jars that she just lines down the middle of the table, with other things. And then she drops I think she does a votive style. I'm not sure, candle in there. But I get these beeswax little tea
You
lights.
like?
And I drop them down in there, and it just makes for a really simple, nice, warm, inviting setting. But I think it would make a great gift idea is to get both of them, the little glass jars with the little beeswax lights, and I think it would be a beautiful gift.
Everybody looks better by candlelight. I don't
Hmm.
think there's a person in the world that doesn't look even better in candlelight. I don't know why, but
Hmm.
it's just pretty
Yeah,
attractive.
absolutely.
Okay, let's see which my next one is another gift basket idea, depending on what you want to do, and it may be a little bit self-serving, but it's also a good gift idea. So, the scripture writing, which I have suggested before, if you wanted to do a little or a lot, so this is this year's scripture writing book, and that should be coming available within the next couple of weeks.
Hmm.
But you could do that with a little box. This I think was like $9.99, a little box of Prismacolors. Amazon has them usually cheaper than if you go to Hobby Lobby, unless there's a coupon at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Um, and then some pens, which I've taken some of the pens out of there. And if you wanted to spend more, you could give someone a Bible that doesn't have a Bible. So you could just make a whole thing out of the Bible, the scripture writing book, the colored pencils, and the pens,
Great
which
idea.
I think it would be a fun and much needed and valuable gift for somebody that likes to be artistic and someone that's more interested in Bible study. And so it's just an idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. All right, so my next one is a little bit different, but it's something that you can make. It's one of my favorite things. I think it makes a sweet little gift, not like a fancy gift, but like for your neighbors or if you give gifts to your elders and their wives at the holidays or, somebody, your teachers or whatever. And that's that caramel puff corn.
Mm,
And I first tried it several years ago at Bear Valley. Um, Sharon Bryant brought some,
mhm.
and I
That's
think she was at
crack.
Cheryl Turner at the time. Yeah, and we were like, "What is this stuff?" And we cannot stop eating it. And
Mhm,
she gave me the recipe, and I've made it every year since. And one of the reasons I like it, first of all, it's very simple to make, but secondly, it makes a ton.
mhm.
And so it's really easy to package up in little cellophane bags with ribbon or a tin, and give them out. And I haven't met a single person who doesn't love it. I
Oh,
haven't
it's
met a single
delicious.
person who isn't like, what is this? It's amazing. So
Mhm.
it starts out with Chester's butter flavored puff corn. So they've got, I think, a cheese flavored also. Definitely don't get that one.
I don't
But
know. Cheese and caramel might be a
yeah.
deal.
So one recipe calls for two of these bags. And then you just make your little, caramel syrupy stuff and toss over it and you bake it low and slow in the oven. And you need a big pan.
Mhm.
Stir it up every so often, and then let it cool and you're done. And it is so, so good. So, so good and addictive. But I think it's fun to make. It's a sweet little thinking of you kind of gift and it's delicious.
You brought that recipe when you did a ladies' day here at Drippin', however many years ago that was. And so that's in our recipe book from there. But I have a little bit of a hard time finding the Chester's puff corn down here in the South.
Yeah, sometimes we do too. And so that the reason I already have some is because Neil ran I don't remember. I don't know if we were in Walmart. I think maybe we were in Walmart. We were in some store the other day looking for something else, and Neil saw these
Mm.
and said, "Hey, you think we should grab a couple of these?" And we did.
Yeah,
So,
Walmart usually does have it, and I don't
yeah,
really shop for groceries necessarily there. So I
yeah.
have to make a trip, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we never go to Walmart. We were just in there for something in particular this last week, and we grabbed it.
yeah. Okay, my next one,
I'll share the recipe for that in the group.
yes. And let's not talk about calories because,
Calories don't count at Crush Rush.
well, they count up at the end, I think. Okay, my next one is a similar thing for if you want to give your elders a little gift or your preacher or teachers or whatever, to toast some pecans or caramelize some pecans. And like you said, it's not all that hard. Pecans are a little more expensive. Um, but I think you can find them in different places. Probably not, don't get the cheap ones at the grocery store that are in a bag from whatever company. They're just not as good.
Mhm.
Get some fresh pecans and I'll put a recipe for making some sugary caramely pecans next week, but just toasting them with a little like seasoned salt and Worcestershire sauce, as my brother calls it. And they're delicious. And then just put them in a neat little cellophane bag and wrap them up that way. But also at Costco,
Yum.
Jordan could eat this whole thing and probably would if I left it out on the counter long enough, but he doesn't know it. But well, I think I did give him one of these all his own one year. They're just praline pecans from Costco. And you could just give these, and they're delicious, but they're also good for just if you chop them up and put them on a salad,
Yum.
which
Hmm.
kind of, defeats the purpose of a salad. But again, we're not going to talk about calories,
All
but
about
these are really
balance.
good. So just like in some almonds or pecans, nuts, if you like nuts or know people that like nuts, I think that's a neat gift idea because
Mhm.
they're not usually very cheap, and sometimes people are not going to do that on their own. So if you want to do something special, do
Mhm.
it for them.
Very nice. So my next one is a hat. I don't know how well you can see this.
Mm.
It is
Crocodile Dundee.
it is an Outback. The style is uh, it's Trader. It's down under. So it
Hmm.
is an Outback style. But this is 100% genuine leather, and it's really not all that expensive. I mean, it's not expensive. And I originally got it because now, especially now that I've stopped coloring or dyeing my hair and stuff like that, I'm trying to be more mindful about protection and, working outside. And so instead of just your traditional wide brimmed hat or a straw hat or a garden hat or whatever, I ran across somebody in one of those going gray gracefully groups. In fact, the lady that was the leader of it all or whatever, she's beautiful and much younger than me. But anyway, she had this exact same hat, and this is what she wears anytime she does yard work or anything or is outside for any length of time. She wears this hat, and it looked stunning on her. And so I ordered one. It does not look stunning on me, but to be fair, that's because I don't look good in any hat. I just don't. I always want to because I love
Yeah.
the idea of it. I just don't pull it off. I don't have the face shape or whatever for it. But it's a great hat. I love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. And I think it would make a wonderful gift.
Yeah. What's the brand again? Just Down Under?
No, that's just the style type. It's
Oh,
Traders. It's got a little kangaroo on there.
okay. From Amazon.
Or a wallaby, maybe. I don't know the difference. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Let me see if I wrote down anything about it. Nope. It's Leather Out, I think is the brand name, Leather Out.
Okay.
And but anyway, it's a great hat.
Okay. Good gift idea. Okay, my next one is it's a little handmade painted. Livy did this
How
for
cute.
me last year, and it's got her little fingerprints on it and her little she made these little, ladybugs, and I think those might be her thumbprints. Of course, Courtney did it, but
Mhm.
it just makes me smile every time I see it because she did it. Okay. Can you hear
What was that? Did a stink bug fall out of it? That's a
all
candy.
of the Werther's candy I had and it just fell out on the floor here? Which what has that what's happened when you turn something upside down that doesn't have a lid? So it has Olivia's name on it.
Mhm.
But the point is that handmade things are just sweet. And when they're done by your grandkids. And when she's over here, she always notices it and she'll say, I made that for you. And so I just think
Oh,
anytime a parent goes out of their way to make something, have something that their child makes for the grandparent, it's
mhm.
just always a tug at my heart. So we have Courtney's, all of the girls are so good at this, but we have some little, when Olivia was itty bitty, handprints that she turned into Santa Claus ornaments. And she's just really good at doing handmade things and hand done gifts for us. So anything handmade is always a good gift idea.
I agree 100%. It's just, you can't put a price tag on it. It's way special. The thought that was put into it, the fact that they made it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the date on it. I think that that may have been like a painting, not painting with a twist, because that's usually a canvas, but just one of those places that fires and glazes it for you after you
Oh,
paint it.
okay.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
Cute. So my next one is one of my favorite fragrances. I can't remember if I've shared this on here or not as a favorite things,
I don't
but
remember.
I'm pretty picky about fragrances, like when it comes to spraying something on myself, because usually even things that I love in the store don't smell good on me.
Right. They
I
don't
might
smell the
like
same
it for the
later.
first couple of minutes, and then after a while, it either gives me a headache or I just don't like how it's turned or something. I don't know. But this one I consistently love, and it's called Vanille Cocoa, but it's vanilla that ends in an E, not an A.
Okay.
And it's by Comtour Sud Pacifique. Can't pronounce any of this
French.
stuff. But it's kind of like an island vanilla. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's the coconut part is very subtle. It's kind of a warm vanilla fragrance. I can spray this on with abandon. And I love how it sprays when it goes on, and I love the lingering, and it doesn't give me a headache. And so, this is my favorite fragrance, and it would make a wonderful gift for, I mean,
Hmm.
most people, I'm going to say that now, and everybody's going to comment, nuh-uh. But most people like the smell of vanilla. It's kind of an easy scent.
Plain.
It's not sweet. It's not like a cloyingly desserty kind of a vanilla. So more of an island vanilla.
I love that most of your things, the size of them are small and stocking or box them up into a gift. I like little things like that. So
Mhm.
good ideas.
Thanks.
Uh, okay, the next one I'm gonna do another self-serving, sort of self-serving, is our son Jordan has a website. This is one of his, I pulled this off of my wall. This is in Rocky Mountain National Park. It's actually where Mike and Courtney got engaged. It's Bear Lake, Dream Lake, can't remember which lake.
Hmm.
But he has a website,
Beautiful.
jmooreoutdoor.com, and lots of art, pick photographs, not, I mean, that's art too, but he's a nature photographer and he has an Etsy store and his things, I know I'm his mom, but they're just stunning. He just has an eye for putting, I don't know, the colors and the timing. He gets up early and goes and takes photographs, images of sunrises, and he gets sunsets, and he doesn't do people, but he does animals and scenery, and it's just beautiful. So if you're looking for things to go on your walls, he also does calendars. I don't know if he sold out of those or not, but anyway, jmooreoutdoor.com. I'll put a link next week in the group and to his Etsy store and to his website. So
He's very talented.
yeah, I think so too.
Hmm.
Thanks for
Very
agreeing
nice.
with me.
You're welcome. Okay, so my last one's kind of funny. It's not really a gift idea. It's just a favorite thing. And it's a new favorite thing because I just got it, but it's a book. And it's called, which is kind of funny now that we're talking about all these things that we love, but it's called Have Yourself a Minimalist Christmas. And the top of it says, slow down, save money, and enjoy a more intentional holiday. And when I saw this, it just spoke to my heart. It's by Meg Nordman, with a forward by somebody who's a PhD and the founder of Simple Families. But anyway, she starts out by sharing the whole how we got here history, going way back to the genesis of Christmas, way, way back. But then how even some of the simple traditions that we observe and think about here in America, even our little songs, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, um, the little things that we do. She brings in the history of all of those when they showed up on the scene and how, and most of them have a commercial thrust to them. It was an advertising slogan for a department store or, things like that. And so where the idea of Santa Claus came from, where the idea of Christmas even being for children,
Mm,
that was relatively recent history. So she has all that stuff in here, which is really good and talks about how, pretty much on the day of Thanksgiving, on the day we're supposed to be thankful for everything we have, we start shopping for everything we don't have,
yeah.
with the whole Black Friday thing. And she just talks about how it's just blown up out of proportion and it ends up bringing a lot of stress, which we talked about in last week's episode,
Mhm.
and kind of lose sight of what it's all about, just togetherness and people and memories and things like that. So she talks about all of that, but then she talks about very practical ways to get back to making it a special, meaningful holiday, with strategies. And of course, finance is a big part out of it. She talks about decluttering in advance, intentionality, and that's with decorating your time, your plans, Christmas Day, creating traditions that are simple and meaningful and dropping self-imposed traditions,
Mm.
strategies for buying less, focusing on presence, not presents, different spelling in the words, conversations with your family, setting up your new normal, So, anyway, it's a delightful book. It's very, very good. I think just maybe everybody loves everything that they're already doing at the holidays, and it doesn't seem like over much or stressful, and that's great. But if you do feel that way, I think it's an easy read. It's a small book, but it really has some good practical information in there. So that's just in light of everything that we've been talking about.
Yeah, definitely need to get that book.
Yeah.
Need to share it too. I mean,
Hmm.
I think that's part of my problem is that I want to do that, but I don't know if everyone else does.
Hmm.
And I don't want to disappoint everyone else. And that's just kind of a hard decision to make. So I'm
Hmm.
all for it, but I don't know if everybody else is all for it.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that, and I haven't read that because it's near the end, but the chapter about having the conversations with your family
Yeah. Well, let me know once you read it,
will
or
do.
maybe I'll get to it before you do. Okay. I I think gift baskets are fun. I think there've been a couple I've suggested, like the coffee gift basket or whatever. But so I had a couple of ideas, and one of them is that popcorn popper that you shared. That
Mhm.
was one of your favorite things. But if you put, I just went digging through my cupboard, the popcorn popper and some of the butter spray and some of the Amish popcorn, put that together. Um, but I think one that I think would be a lot of fun, excuse my back here, is a pizza peel gift basket. So it's just a pizza peel, maybe some pepperoni, some San Marzano tomatoes, the pizza cutter, and some of that pizza flour that I don't know what it's called, but it's special pizza flour. And just wrap it up with a bow on the handle. Or a puzzle gift basket that has a puzzle like you're talking about with those puzzle sorters that you gave me, and um maybe some puzzle glue if they wanted to glue it together. I
Mhm.
just think those are fun.
Yeah.
So that's just my last suggestion is putting some fun gift basket ideas together. So that's
Yeah,
it.
theme gifts are always fun. My sister is the queen of theme gifts. She is so
Yeah.
good at that. They're always, appreciative and clever and cute, and she's really good about coming up with stuff like that too.
So I think it indicates that she knows what you like and has put
Exactly.
thought into the gift for you. So I
Mhm.
think that's what I
Yeah.
like about them too.
Yeah. All right. So the little bonus, that was your last one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the little bonus that we're going to do, we thought it would be fun if we shared with you some things from our Amazon wish list because this is gift ideas. Now, we cannot speak to these items, at least I can't, because I don't actually have any of them yet. So it doesn't really qualify as a favorite things because we haven't tried it out. We haven't looked at it or tried it ourselves, but they're things that we think we would enjoy having. Therefore, maybe it's a gift idea for you, for somebody else. Um,
Okay.
so I'll just share. I have a bazillion things on my wish list. I'm just going to go through and share a few things that I think would be fun gifts, and then you can do the same. Does that sound good? All
Yeah.
right. So the first one on mine is called a brick brown wooden enamel coated Saga masala spice dish. And let me see if I can, so I can kind of make it, look at that. See that in the picture?
Oh,
So
cool.
it's like a
Yeah.
little round wooden bowl with several smaller little round spice containers.
Hmm.
And then it comes with a little spice spoon and then one big lid for the whole thing. And the lid is decorated beautifully. So you could put in there spices that you use on a regular basis. And instead of going through and pulling out each individual one, I looked this up because I've seen cooks use this. Like it's on the counter right next to their stove or their range or their sink or whatever. And then they just use that little spoon and they're just pulling spices from they just lift that one lid and then they're pulling from all those little spices. And I think they're beautiful. I have a sticker book on here. It's a cottage core sticker book with over 650 stickers. But they're beautiful. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful. And I like to put stickers on everything, cards, notes. I give it to the kids at church when they bring their Bibles. And it's only $12.99 for this ginormous book of cottagecore stickers.
Cottage core, meaning that's the kind of decor style they are.
Yes. Yeah. And then my next one is a Coville, which is, I believe, is a type of stone. African natural marble French rolling pin. So it's this black stone French rolling pin that comes on a wooden stand.
Pretty.
Isn't that stunning?
It is.
Um, for tea drinkers, Republic of Tea is one of my favorite brands, and I also love Earl Grey. Well, they've got one called Earl Grey Orange Marmalade.
Hmm.
So that's on there. But the reason it's on my wish list is because for buying tea bags, it's kind of expensive. It's like $16. So I wouldn't go out and buy that for myself. But if somebody got me that as a gift, that'd be lovely. So I have that on my wish list. Um, the shoes that I've talked about before on here recently, they've come up with a new color combo that is awesome. Look, they're like cream and beige and brown and tan and all.
Yeah.
That's like an everyday. And then I have these wooden mason jar lids, reusable mason jar
Oh,
lids.
those are
They have
fun.
them,
I've
yeah,
never
in
seen
the
those.
regular. So you could use that for everything. Stuff in
Yeah.
your kitchen, stuff for storage, stuff for gifts. They have them in regular and wide mouth. I have Sharpie creative markers would be a fun set. That would be a great gift. I feel like I'm rushing through here. Skim past all of the clothes. I have a ton of clothing items and jewelry. I have a pizza peel on here, which is funny. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to share because the rest of them are like books that I want to remember to give my grandkids. This is something I've been wanting for a while. It's the brand OCOSEA, OC, but
Okay.
it's an after shower body oil.
Mm.
And this is one of those brands that the smell is absolutely incredible. And this one is algae body oil that's supposed to be really, really good for your skin. You just put it on right after you get out of the shower and it absorbs into your skin and smells amazing. But it's expensive. This 5 ounce bottle is $52.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
So if you
luxury
shop
item.
for like uh if you want it, tell your husband to buy it for you for Christmas because that's why that's a wish list item. And I
Yeah.
think I have some cute pajamas on here. Oh, let me just show you this set. Isn't that adorable?
That is cute. I don't like buttons on my pajamas though.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
It's one of those weirdities about me.
It's like a cream for those of you who aren't watching, a button-up cream. and floral. Um, it's not linen, but it's that fabric that's kind of similar to linen.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Cobble Hill puzzle on here that's kind of cottage core. See that picture?
Uh-huh. That
That'd be
looks
a
fun.
fun puzzle. Oh, okay, one more. I lied. No, two more. Okay, I lied twice. This is called a luxurious umbrella. Look how it's like houndstooth with a wooden handle. Look how classy that is. I love that umbrella. Okay, and then the
A
last one
little
is
old
a
British man.
wooden. What's that?
Look like a little old British man.
That's what I'm going for. The last one is a wooden storage basket set. It's four handmade wooden baskets by a company called Lamore, but look how beautiful they are.
Ooh, that is pretty. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love baskets, and sometimes I don't know what to do with them when I have them. I buy them at Goodwill. Anytime I find a Longaberger basket, I buy it
Hmm.
at Goodwill. And
Yeah.
then and I have actually a basket full of baskets over there, but I'll use them at some point.
Yeah, these are wooden and I'm explaining it now for those who weren't watching. It's wooden with handles, like slot handles on the side, and there's rectangle shaped, a
Okay.
set of them. So it's like a bigger one, a meatier one, a smaller one.
Mhm. All right. So I don't think I've ever put together a wish list, but I guess the way I do it is I put it in my cart and then I save for later.
Hmm.
And this is one of the things that is, if you're not watching, it's a sweatshirt that's lined with Sherpa. So it's thick and warm. And it kind of looks like what did you call, what did we used to call those that you would wear them? It's like a big cape. I can't remember what they were called, but
Like
it's just
Snuggie?
a snuggie. Yeah, it's like a snuggie, but with, it's more like a sweatshirt. And they've got all different colors. And I think this is probably a mommy markdown thing that I got sucked into, but um, it just looks very comfortable and warm. So that's one of the things that's in my save for later in my cart. I also have a pair of pajamas that I think are really cute. It's more like a lounge set, Christmassy
Hmm.
red and
With that
green
plaid. Hmm.
plaid. And I'm having the women's Christmas party over at my house on December 2nd. So, and I said, wear Christmas PJs if you want to. Made sure to put if you want to, because sometimes I get those invitations. I'm like, I don't want to wear pajamas somewhere. So I
Hmm.
said, if you want to, and if I have these, I might do that. I think these scarves are wonderful. I have one that I took on our last trip. If you're not watching, it's probably, I want to say like 30 inches wide and maybe 60 inches long. So it's a
Hmm.
wrap, and you can just wrap it around your shoulders. You can tie it like a scarf. But I use that almost every day on our last trip on days that I didn't want long sleeves, but it was a little cool in the morning. So you can just wrap up in your shawl. So that's something that I think would make a good gift. I don't
That
really,
was my first thought is how perfect would that be for travel, especially when there are places that you can't go in if your head's not covered or if you're not wearing a skirt or because you can just wrap that around your waist and make it look like a skirt. I was
exactly.
thinking about in the church building
Yeah.
when all of us women are freezing.
Mhm. I've always said that they should make church snuggies that look like dresses. So they're kind of dressy looking.
Ah.
But okay, so that's another thing. This is something that is I'll never buy it unless it goes way, way, way on sale. But I think these look so cool. And it's just a chair. It's like a beanbag chair,
Mhm.
but it's not beanbag material. Actually, it is. It's beanbag chair for adults. It's a fireside chair, which is what I love about it, is that you could pull that right up to the fireplace and put your feet on the fireplace. So I'm keeping my eye on that because it might go on like really, really good sale. And I'm going to share that with John because but where would I put it in the meantime? I don't really
I
have one.
almost got one of those for Carl for his birthday this year, but they didn't make one really big enough. He's very tall. And
Yeah.
when you look at the actual dimensions of them, they're kind of, or at least the reviews were saying they were smaller than you expect them to be. And I think
Yeah.
you can get bigger sizes, but they didn't have a Carl size.
Yeah, it's 37 inches wide, 24 inches deep, and 27 inches high.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's small adult size, I would say.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's something that Erin would love that too. She loves sitting in front of the fireplace.
Hmm.
Um,
Carla's 6'4", so he's
yeah, he's he's a large human.
yeah.
What else do I have in here that's fun? Not a lot of these things were gift ideas for kids. One of those skylight calendars. I would love to have one of those, but they're really expensive. But to be able to sync your calendar on your phone and have you seen what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm
Mm-mm.
talking about? Okay, here's a picture of it. It's a framed, it's like a big iPad that you hang on the wall, but it's a calendar. And you sync it with your phone calendar or whatever calendar you use. And so all of the people in your household can plug that into their so you know when Neil has something going on. He knows when something you have something going on.
Hmm.
And you can this doesn't show it, but you can cycle pictures, like it plays your phone pictures when you're not using the calendar part. So anyway,
Neat.
that's something neat. Maybe one more thing. I'm kind of a boring person.
No, you're not.
Well, I have this because I got a different one, but I think everybody needs this weed puller, and I've talked about it on here before. It's the one where you put you step on it, you put the weed right in between those little grippers,
Hmm.
step on it, and then twist it out, and it pulls the weed up by the root, but you don't have to bend over to do it. And I'm
Yeah,
of
you
that
definitely
age
need one of
now.
those.
Yeah, I'm of the age now where I need to not have to bend over to pull every weed out. So that's my sad Amazon wish list.
I feel the boring part just about every time we do one of these favorite things because I realize these are my favorite things, but I kind of have a small, limited sphere. It's like homey stuff, so makes me
But I love
happy.
it. I don't think it's boring at all.
So, I actually have something good for you, even though we've been talking about all of these favorite things, and it's just an idea that I got from Janelle, our daughter-in-law Janelle. And she said that when she makes popcorn, now you and I use our little microwavable popcorn things because it requires no oil or anything whatsoever. But when she makes popcorn, she always cooked it in coconut oil. Well, she ran out of coconut oil, but she had beef tallow. And
Mhm.
so she made popcorn and beef tallow and said it was so good they will never go back. It was like
Really?
the best popcorn they've ever had. And so I decided to try that instead of, we usually have popcorn on Sunday night after church. And instead of using the microwavable popcorn thing, I did it on the stove with beef tallow. And I got to tell you, it was amazing. So,
Did it have any kind of a beefy flavor to it?
no, no, it was really, really good. And well, beef tallow, if you buy the good kind, it's like really white and pure. When you open it up, it doesn't smell beefy or anything like that. But it was very good. It just added a little bit of salt and snacked away. So she is on to something.
I've never bought
Plus,
beef
good for
tallow.
you. Hmm.
Yeah, I know that tallow is, they've said, is more healthy than those, I guess, the seed oils and the stuff that's bad nowadays.
Oh, definitely. When I make flour tortillas, I've been using olive oil, which does work really well. But now that keep beef tallow on hand, I've switched over to using that. And it's
Cool.
very good.
Good to know. Hey, I
Yeah.
don't have anything good for you.
Okay. Well, the whole episode was a good for you, right?
Hopefully.
Well, I've enjoyed sharing all these things. We do hope everybody has a stress-free holiday season coming up and we don't hop over the Thanksgiving one.
Yeah. Well, honestly, we decided to do this one a little early because we know people start early, not because
Shopping.
we want to skip over Thanksgiving, but just
Exactly.
give a little extra notice.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. I got some great ideas from you. And until next time,
Keep looking up.
love you, friend.
You too. See you later.
Bye.